Our plans were going to take us to the Grand Canyon, but the Grand Canyon looks like this right now. So we changed our plans because we did not want our trailer to look like this. That is not our trailer, but that's what it would have looked like. And we are trying to avoid situations like that where we have to drive in snow. So instead, we went here. That is the London Bridge. I'm gonna listen to Amy's advice here and zoom in. There we go. That's pretty cool. Amy,
yeah.
So this was over the Thames?
It was what?
Over the Thames River?
Over the Thames.
Over
The
Ponton
Thames.
on the Thames.
Ponton on the Thames, no. It's pretty cool. Once you're under it, you can see that it's old, like the rocks are old, and it took them, how long? Like 5 years
I
to
think so,
get it
that's what it
from
said.
London to Arizona and put it back together.
Yeah, it's cool. I had heard it was here and kind of forgotten about it. This is a nice little, I'll bet this is just hopping in the summer. Think about all the hot people from California
And Arizona inland.
yeah,
Who don't have access
with
to
the desire for good water and good boating, and here it is. And
It is. There's not many trees.
and Lake Havasu is a dammed up area on the Colorado.
South of Hoover Dam.
South of Hoover Dam. There are lots of dams, and we covered that when we were there, about how many dams there are.
Before they disperse the water.
And then, yeah, downstream, not too much further from here, before you get to like the Salton Sea area or right around there, that's where they take the water and they start shipping it.
Is that the aqueduct?
The Salton Sea used to be a Salton hole, and then there was a flood. We read about that in like 1904 or something like that. And the area flooded so much before they had put the dam in that it filled the Salton hole and created a Salton Sea. And then of course they drained that down, and now it's just kind of a salt pit.
Is that like the Sultans? We are the Sultans?
That'd be Sultan, S-U-L. And this is Salton. So anyway, cool area. It's not really hopping this time of year, but it's cool. Jackpot.
Yeah, I gotta look up.
Hi, baby.
Hey, you better be smiling too when you look up. Hey,
When you're smiling. When you're smiling.
This dog wears them every day.
every day.
How many pair? 93 pair.
93 pair.
What
Now-
about when it was cloudy yesterday?
I got some real light lenses.
Oh, that's good.
When we put sunglasses on our dogs at home, they would, shake them off within.
Oh yeah, he's
2 or
never
3
tried knocking them
seconds.
off.
My goodness, he's
And he
soft.
likes wearing 'em.
He's not wiry at all.
No, no.
Hi, baby. Do you shave him?
He's drooly.
Nope.
No.
Yeah, he sees it.
So am I
Oh,
at
yeah.
nighttime.
Just hand this to him just like that. He won't hurt you.
gentle.
Baby. Here you go, honey.
Ba-dum,
Oh,
bum,
baby.
He hits up all the stores.
Okay. We walked in the visitor center and Amy started singing. Never a good sign, right? Well, sometimes you have to be lucky, I think. So we were parked over there for 2 nights. We decided we want to spend a 3rd night here. We are at, trying to think of the name of it. We're at Lake Havasu. We're staying at Campbell Cove Park, RV park. It's a little tight in here. So this guy has his slide out this way, and my slide out goes that way. So that means I gotta be off to the left. Because I have to be off to the left, I'm off the pad. Because I'm off the pad, I'm not level, so I had to do this with my tires. Oh, hello puppies. So I had to pull up on top of my little orange things, okay? Which helped to level me out. Well, in doing so, I backed up close to where I had to be, put the orange things out, then I put the truck in gear, backed up onto the orange things. And once you start the momentum of the trailer rolling, I don't have a whole lot of time to stop, so I hit the brakes hard as I'm backing up. And boom, when I did, I blew out a brake line. And it's down, you can't see really, but down inside there, right by the radiator. The brakes on a Suburban, they take the brake fluid and they send it in and cool it off. Because you got a lot of vehicle there. You're pulling a trailer oftentimes that's designed for this. So you're creating a lot of heat with those brakes. Heat up your fluid. Well, if your fluid starts boiling, that doesn't do you any good. So they cool the fluid. So anyway, blew out a brake line. Now, what if that would have happened on the mountain that we were going down? That would have been awfully bad. So, even though this is up like this, and this is a bad thing, we got really lucky. And to compound our luck, feel even better, go over here, to feel even better about our luck, there's a repair shop within a block. And it's a simple little road that's not a well-traveled road. So without brakes, I can drive through the park in first gear and up to the road, turn left on the road, turn left into the repair station. And that's the plan tomorrow morning. I talked to the repair station. They're going to get right on it tomorrow. And I'm hoping to be fixed up by tomorrow evening and back on the road again. If this was home, this is probably a project I would do myself. But I don't have access to all those tools, and they don't want you working on your car in the middle of the RV park. A little bit about Lake Havasu. It's over there, beautiful lake. It's the Colorado River. Comes down. You saw us at the dam recently. The waters from there flow this way, and they've dammed it up and create this just really nice lake. Nice boating. This is a big party area for Californians and Arizonians. Nice weather. It's been pleasant, not hot, but pleasant. Sitting in the sun right now, it feels really nice. And we're coming home soon. It is Sunday, the Sunday before Thanksgiving. They have a nice hot tub over there too, by the way. All right, count us lucky, and thanks for your prayers. They might be working. We are in the middle of nowhere.
Arizona.
We've been
nowhere.
driving. What's the date today?
It is November 29th.
What's significant about that day?
Seems like I got married to you on that day.
We did indeed.
We did indeed.
Thanksgiving was yesterday. It is our anniversary.
Mwah. And it's been how long, John?
17 years.
She was just 17.
So if you can see the cars over there, that's the highway. That is US 10 that runs from Los Angeles over that way to Jacksonville, Florida, about 2,000 more miles that way. So we got on this little side route to a BLM camp area, and all along this route for the last 2 miles we've been seeing people camped. You can see one over there. Boondocking. Here's this sign. Tells us a little bit about what to do, what not to do.
And what to look out for.
And there we go. Arizona rattlesnakes.
I'm glad it's cold, because I don't want to see any of them.
There's a dozen of them.
It's right cold.
It tells you which areas of Arizona you can find them and how big they are.
Ew.
66 inches long. The western diamondbacks is the biggest, I think, in this area.
I'm glad they're cold-blooded.
Yeah, they're not going to be around. It's chilly. It feels like Michigan
Breezy though.
In May, except for it just doesn't feel damp. We had rain last night, a lot of rain. There was a lot of flooding on these roads. So what we're going to do, there's our little road. There's a car going by. You can get a good, which we're not too far from it. We might end up camping right here. We'll turn around if we're gonna, so that the camper's facing that way, and then we're gonna leave it hooked up for tonight. We're only spending the night, but we're gonna take a walk up in here and see what kind of road.
There's better spot.
what kind of turnaround, what kind of a spot we might find a little further.
Then we're gonna climb that mountain, right?
Then Amy's gonna climb that mountain.
You're gonna push me up the mountain, John.
Yeah.
What did we do last night?
Last night we sang at an American Legion hall.
In
Post,
Parker,
I think it was
Arizona?
post 566, maybe 466.
466.
It was an ERP.
Or
No, what was it called?
River.
Big River.
Big River, California.
Big River, California. It was just across the river
I
from
call it barely California.
barely California. Just across the river from Parker, Arizona.
Have fun.
Wonderful, nice people.
Gosh.
They had a Thanksgiving dinner there. They invited us to come and join them and enjoy a wonderful
And their
Thanksgiving
dinners were
dinner.
gone. Their dinners were gone, so we offered to sing and they couldn't. They were stunned.
So we set up and we sang for them for 2 or 3 hours, and we had a great time. It was fun for us. It was fun for them. Yeah, everyone bought our drinks. We had a free bar tab all night.
They tipped us.
We even got tipped like 150 bucks. So we donated $15 back so they could buy new guitar strings for their resident guitar that sat there, which is how they knew we were entertainers in the first place.
Correct.
It was great fun, great food.
I don't like this road.
We're so
John.
glad we joined the American Legion before we left on this trip.
Certainly, yes. So before you go
I
on
can-
a trip,
I can drive
own
on this.
something. You can. It looks very uneven and ucky.
It's not great, but it's not horrible.
Okay, this is cold.
All right, so we boondocked last night over there. This morning, lots of gunshots, lots of people practicing their shooting skills in the back. They didn't start until 8:30 or so. Wasn't like it was bothersome that way, but it's a little bothersome from a gunshot standpoint. Anyway, then we left, and I plugged in my little sensors into my cigarette lighter thing, power, and it showed me that I got a tire low at 25 psi. So I came out here and checked the tire. This is the one, and there's a nail in it. Let me show you the nail. There you go. There's a nail in the tire. So what we're doing is pumping it up. I brought this little Husky. I bought it at Home Depot for like 50 bucks or something, and it's actually does a really nice job. I don't have to carry a tank, and it's a little slow, but as these units go, I think this is about the best one you can get. Tankless. 12 volt, runs 12 or 20, 110. Runs 12 or 110. And we're gonna blow it up to 50 pounds, put this back on so I can monitor it from the car. We're gonna drive to a discount tire if we can. I do have the 2 new tires still, so I might just have them change both. Michigan's playing Ohio State. The game starts any minute. I think we're gonna miss it. Go blue.
Do it on serious, but the nearest discount tire is 32 minutes away.
32 minutes away.
It's 45 minutes our time.
So we're at 49 and a half. If you wanna go inside, I'll hand it to you. All right, so that's our update. We traveled to Mesa, and then from Mesa we met up with our friends Dorothy and Matt from Michigan. We stayed with Dorothy's sister Barb and her husband Jim. We traveled up to Sedona, and that's what these pictures are. And Sedona is really nice, beautiful, amazing. Don't miss it. It should be a national park, except then you wouldn't have as good of access to it as you do. So if you get to Arizona, go to Sedona. Our next video is going to start in Sedona, and we go on the Verde Canyon Railroad. Verde Canyon is just breathtaking. This was designed by Elmer Fudd. A little help from a hoobity hoobity.
What do you mean?
If you want to see all about this, look at someone else's video. Our dear friends who we never met from Keep Your Daydream, Mark and Trish, live in the Sedona area, I believe. And if you want to see something about this church, they have a great episode all about it. And they could use a few more followers.
Holy Cross. That's what it's called, right, Matt? This is where they make terracotta pots, Matt says. It's a beaut. We are driving through Sedona. Where? Oak Creek Canyon, and there is snow along the side of the road. But it's 54 degrees. So it's like spring in Michigan. Except there's mountains.
Yeah.
Zingerman's.
Yeah, whenever we go to a football game, which was like once a year, we'd go to Zingerman's. And then
They even had a sandwich called
once
the
you start
John and
going,
Amy.
though, it's like every time you go, you gotta go.
Right. Well, I would go down there for some treatments at U of M, and we went there one time, and the guy from work kept saying, "You gotta go, you gotta go." So we finally get there, and I get back to work, and he says, "So how'd you like Zingerman's?" And I go, "I hated it." He says, "That's the worst place I could ever went to." He says, "What? What did you get?" I says, "Well, I got the sandwich that was absolutely fabulous, but by the time Dorothy got coffee and bread and all the other things, it was over $65."
Oh, yeah. That last conversation was about Zingerman's in Ann Arbor, and Zingerman's is out of this world. And if you go to Ann Arbor, you have to go to Zingerman's. It's a deli that's worthy of New York City, but it's right there in Ann Arbor. Phenomenal.